Exotic beats.
I'm on the corner, my heart gets colder. Every time he speaks, trying to get closer. It's on my hip, man, it's sitting in the holster. Comes out when you do what you ain't supposed to. I'm a loner, son, I done told ya. Don't trust anybody, boy, I done warned ya. Everybody's out to get what you got. Think they're your friends as they sit and they plot, huh? Everybody on the street know how shit go. Everybody's plotting, homie, from the get-go. Act like they tight with you, all they really want is O's. When shit hit the fan, homie, you know how it goes. Popo run up in the crib like, what you got? I say, fuck you, fuck him, and fuck the cops. You little homie sucker told us about what you got. But when I see that little nigga, he gon' get top. I'm on the corner, my heart gets colder. Every time he speaks, trying to get closer. It's on my hip, man, it's sitting in the holster.
I told you you can't keep me down. I told you you can't stop me. I told you you can't end this.
Everybody's out to get what you got. Think they're your friends as they sit and they plot, huh? Respect is earned, homie. No, it's not given. I was shackled, sent to isolation in the prison. Cause I kept my mouth shut, homie, I was living. They kept me locked up like a dog, that's how I was living. Skip meals, no showers, in my head is vivid. God's banging on my door, homie, no visits. Nightmares in my dreams, nigga, I was wishing for anybody, somebody, just to come listen. Now I'm out in the popo on my ass still. Every time I turn the corner, nigga, that's real. They sit and plot on your ass with the metal steel and hope you act up. So I'm on the corner, my heart gets colder. Every time he speaks, trying to get closer. It's on my hip, man, it's sitting in the holster. Comes out when you do what you ain't supposed to. I'm a loner, son, I done told ya. Don't trust anybody, boy, I done warned ya. Everybody's out to get what you got. Think they're your friends as they sit and they plot, huh?
Raw Tarded is right. As we get into this, I just figured we'd worship the champ, S. Dollar, the monetize this heavyweight champion of the goddamn internet, or whatever you want to call it. This is a great night to return back to the Joe Cronin Show live. Obviously, tonight it's a big, the NBA Finals. The NHL Stanley Cup Game 7 will take place Wednesday, so the WWE got kind of lucky there, although the NBA does a lot more ratings than the NHL. But right now, the NBA wants to continue as the Golden State Warriors 84, the Toronto Raptors 78. It's a close game as they begin the fourth period, or fourth quarter, rather. I'm locked in on hockey talk, so 641 current watchers right now. That is the lowest audience that I have ever had for a Raw review in probably, I want to say 3 years to 4 years. So right now I can tell that everybody right now is locked in on the NBA Finals because I can tell by the viewership on my channel. And Monday Night Raw tonight simply put people to sleep. If you did watch Raw tonight, it put you to sleep. There really isn't a whole hell of a lot you can say about what happened on Raw tonight. They tried a few things, which I found somewhat interesting, but once again, the fact of the matter is the stuff on the lower mid-card was the stuff that was the better stuff, and it wasn't that good of stuff. It was good enough stuff that you said, well, that was pretty good for a low mid-card story or a low mid-card scene. Problem is there was nothing good for a middle to upper mid-card level, and the stuff on the main event caliber is also lackluster. So because of that, they're, unfortunately for WWE, they're just missing like you wouldn't believe. Jake DeMarco is having a issue tonight again with his health, so he will not be here. He's got I guess he had shots today and stuff. He's got some coughing up like all kinds of shit and probably coughing up blood and stuff like that. So Jake DeMarco wanted to be here, watched a little bit of Raw, but didn't see a whole lot of it because of his sickness. So I've been talking to him here or there, but he's just unable to be on camera or near a microphone for that matter. Another topic, non-wrestling related, is, I said a little while back that Dark Phoenix was going to be a huge failure because I saw that they gave up on it and they basically hired a team to do this for what I thought were agenda reasons. And they just didn't, it never made sense why they wanted to tell the Dark Phoenix story again. I felt that was something they should have stayed away from. And, the news is that X-Men Dark Phoenix is bombing and is garbage. So one of the worst X-Men films of all time, if not the worst, it's being said. So I'd just like to take this time to tell all those people that told me I was a piece of shit on Twitter and that I was a piece of shit in my video about it to suck my ass. And everybody that I told, it wouldn't make any more than $55 million. I'd just like to say that they told me I was crazy, and I'd like to tell you now that you were wrong. Thank you very much.
Super Chat Party.
Steamy Wet Broccoli's in the house. Phone lines are going to be open tonight, so there's going to be a lot of phone calls if you guys want to get through tonight. In a few, I will be taking those calls, and I will take as many calls as possible. And, man, I'll tell you, Raw really fucking put me to sleep, man. That was full-on why Raw puts you to sleep. And, by the way, shout out to John Mitchell and Mike McCarthy for buying the Raw Tarded shirts and the SmackDowns shirts. Both guys bought both shirts. Saw that on my Teesprings website. The link is down below if you guys want to get the Raw Tarded shirt or the SmackDowns shirt. And piss off a bunch of SJW people who will see that and be like, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not making fun of red people. That's not cool.
Party.
Steamy Wet Broccoli, what up, man? How you doing tonight? How you doing, man? Appreciate that. Let's go to a call. Look at that. We got a call already, so let's go to one. 987, I'm sorry I dropped your call, man. My bad. I got 856, though. What up?
What's up? This is Luke Rojas.
Luke! Rojas. What's up, Luke? How you doing, man?
I know you just did that just so you could wake yourself up because you're fucking bored as shit from Raw.
Yes. Yeah, I'm fucking retarded right now. I'm drinking a Coke. I need a coffee. I need something. Help.
Every time I see the women's section of the show, it feels like it goes on for 3.5 fucking years.
Yeah,
and it's just it's the worst part of the show I'm deciding because at least everything else has a little bit of excitement. You have Ricochet, who has great matches with pretty much anybody, and then you also have the whole 24/7 championship skit, where they were, I guess, trapped in an elevator. Right. And, EC3 didn't look as depressed as usual.
Yeah, he looked happier, yeah. He looked almost happy to be stuck in an elevator, with guys.
Something he was on TV.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm doing something. I'm facing the TV. I get it. Cool.
So, yeah, but, when you get to the women's section, it's it's always it's either, a tag match or a one-on-one match with Becky Lynch that goes on for what feels like a half an hour and is boring and slows down the show. And at the end of it, or in the beginning of it, Becky makes some kind of retarded promo about how, saying the same thing over and over again, about how she fucks her mother and she's got red hair and not blonde hair, so that makes her different. I don't know. Something about being a lesbian. I don't know. These women nowadays, they're not like they used to be. They're not hot.
Oh my God! I think they're still hot, but I just think that they're getting robotic. Dude, nothing makes sense to me. So Becky Lynch now just says the same lines pretty much. I thought her one-on-one with Lacey was okay. The way she started, she kind of said some stuff to her yeah, let's not forget the fact about the time I pinned you and made you tap out, you fucking cunt, or whatever she said. I don't know, and I was like, okay, cool, that's funny. But then she said, but then that was all. I thought it would have been good if they had squared off like that, and then maybe, I was coming up with ideas Lacey could, not show up and then beat her up. And then I think it'd be funny if Lacey held up Becky Lynch as she's passed out and like made Renee Young ask her the questions she was going to ask Becky Lynch. And so she'd be like, read the questions as she's holding Becky's head and Becky's like knocked out or something. And she's like, read the questions. And, you know, so Renee's like reading the questions. Okay, Becky, how do you plan on beating, you know, Lacey Evans at the pay-per-view, whatever. And then Lacey could have made her like talk while she's like, oh, like knocked out because she hit her from behind with something. And she could have been like, I'm not going to be able to beat Becky Lynch. Like, I was like, dude, I was dying thinking about that. But whatever.
But Joe, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's a creative and smart and entertaining idea. So we couldn't go with that. We had to go with something that solved the show for about a half an hour so we can move it along to the next segment of the show.
I can't believe it went that long with all the women coming out and all the stuff and whatever. And why is Nikki Cross just playing the same part that like 3 other women have already with Alexa Bliss? Like, oh, we're doing the whole Mean Girls thing and you don't understand, and I'm like manipulating you because I'm the popular girl, and I'm manipulating the dumb girl or the ugly girl or the chubby girl.
And take her clothes off. Am I right?
Yeah, just take your clothes. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm not even kidding. Like, this is horrible to say because I was obviously I loved when Sasha was taking on Bayley in NXT, and when Paige we were like always excited for Paige to come up, and all these other women's things that were great. And now it's like, this is so bad that I almost wish they'd just fucking
go back to the bra and panties.
Yeah, just rub oil all over your tits again. Like, I mean, because I mean, not all wrestling, not women in wrestling, because I know like independent women are great. Like, I'm the NXT women. Like watching the NXT women. I like watching the independents. When I see a women's match, they're great. But in WWE, if you're not going to take the women serious enough to have them like appear to be like really legitimately fighting or to have cool storylines or ideas, at this point, dude, just rub oil on your titties. Just you know what, Alexa? Just fucking suck on some cotton candy and then rub it all over your privates, like on TV. Because this sucks.
I used to really like Alexa. I still do, because she has a better promo than most women on the roster. But like in the ring, she used to be decent too. Like she would have some really good matches with Bayley and Sasha, and even Becky. But like recently, they haven't given her any matches. They've given her matches with like Nia Jax, and then they've had her get squashed by Ronda, and now they have her like as this I'm not gonna really wrestle thing, so I'm gonna just go stand over here while Nikki Cross does shit, and I'm gonna drink my coffee and blah blah blah. Like that's what I don't like about Alexa. She can have like not great matches, but she can definitely work a wrestling match better than like someone like Alicia Fox or fucking Bella.
No,
she's not a mongoloid in the ring.
She's got a finisher, you know, she's got a look, she's okay in the ring, she's not the best at all, but yeah, I agree. By the way, if I find out who the fuck shot Ortiz, if I find the guy that shot David Ortiz, I am going to beat the shit out of you until your fucking eyeballs start to bleed, motherfucker. If I find this cocksucker.
Someone shot David Ortiz? Who the fuck is... First of all, who is he? Is he like a baseball player? He sounds like someone I know, but I don't.
Oh, God. I want to hang up on you right now. Yeah, no, he's a longtime Boston Red Sox player.
Oh, that's why I don't know him, because I'm not from there. I only know the Patriots because I'm a big fan.
Oh, okay. Well...
But that's...
He's a good guy, man. He's like fucking revered here. So it's like some dude shot him. They were trying to say it was a robbery for the last 2 days. They're like, oh, it's a robbery. The footage, the guy walks up from behind him, shoots him in the back, and then takes off. It's like, dude, that's a hit. Like, that's not a robbery. That's like someone wanted to kill this guy.
Is he okay?
He's in the they're flying. Okay, so he was in the Dominican Republic where he's from, but he went back there to visit. He visits, he comes back and forth and visits. But they're flying him to Mass General in Boston because that's like the best hospital ever, and they have to like put together some of his colon and parts of his intestines. But I guess he's okay. But I mean, he's gonna be okay, but he's just a little jacked up. Parts of his liver were bleeding, and they fixed that or something. Just fucking crazy, man. Like, who the hell? Like, dude, I want to choke somebody, dude. I hope they find everyone involved in this in the Dominican, and we can crucify these motherfuckers. Can we bring back crucifixions already? Can we fucking bring back crucifixions? Like, please. You'd be down with that.
Yeah, I'd be down with that. Hey,
I'm sure half the Christians in the U.S. would be okay with that. I'm sorry, Luke. Go ahead.
I just want to say that that rap song that you shouted out earlier today from Tom McNeil, I think that's his name. I fucking love that song. Like I listened to like a bunch of his music, dude. He's got some really fucking funny shit. Like, dude, he's got a song called "Straight White Male," and it's hilarious, bro.
Dude, when he laughs in that, there's a part on the chorus where he goes he like ha 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 ha, straight white male. It's really funny, dude. Dude, I showed it to Leah. She thought it was funny too. But no, somebody on Patreon sent that to me. I think somebody said, "Joe, I feel like this guy is like right up your alley. You got to hear this." And I was like, all right, whatever. And I put it on. I was like, "Oh man, this is pretty fucking good. Like it's pretty damn good." Like everybody, I don't know. Most people thought he was funny that I saw. I had a lot of guys were sending me his stuff. A lot of black guys were the ones sending me his stuff. They're like, "Have you heard this? It's fucking funny."
It kind of reminds me of like Eminem before Eminem became like, I don't know.
I agree.
I want to say he sort of became a little bit of a part of the system.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think his style is like that, but I do know what you mean. Yeah. But it's like he's more raw. Like the first CD, Eminem is like more like raw, and then after that he got more like kind of commercialized in a way, or like something like that. I don't know, more structure. He got more structured with some of the stuff. But yeah. Anyway, you didn't watch Raw tonight, right, Luke?
I watched a little bit of it. I'm not like Tommy where I don't know anything that's going on. So
okay.
I'm bringing up something about 2008 Raw.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm really confused. I thought CM Punk was the champion still.
Oh,
where is he?
5 minutes remain. The Golden State Warriors are up by 2.
Ooh, wow. They're going to win again. Yay.
Toronto's coming, man. Are they, yeah, there they are. I see it going. I just saw the ball go out of bounds. Somebody got hurt a minute ago. Let me put someone else on the phone here. Some people are wanting to. So many calls are coming through.
Grasshopper, call for extension 1.
Fuck you, Grasshopper. Piece of shit. All right, Luke.
You get called a one?
Yeah, this thing fucked up again, man. My bad, Luke. I'm sorry, dude. Thank you for the call, Luke. I'll try to get you back on again if I can. I just had to reboot Skype real quick. But anyway, so Monday Night Raw begins with just way too much talk. There's just way too much fucking talk. I mean, goddamn, like 20 minutes goes by with babble going on in the beginning of that fucking Raw. And now fucking, for some weird reason, somebody's on the phone here. Hello?
The fucking Raptors fans are scumbag faggots.
Really? Well, I'm watching the game, but it's on mute, so I don't quite understand why that is.
I'm just going to tell you right now. I wrote it earlier, and I am fully backing the Warriors going forward. There is no fucking chance I want Toronto to win after the disgusting fucking classless bullshit they pulled. So, if you didn't see it, Kevin Durant got injured. He re-injured his right leg. Oof. That's why he's missed a majority of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And as he got up and started to limp off the fucking court, the fans were cheering.
Kevin Durant being injured?
They were cheering for him because he was hurt.
That's weird.
Cheering because he got hurt.
Was he a dickhead, though, in the game, or?
No.
Really?
No, not at all. Dude, the fucking Toronto Raptors players were, yelling at the crowd, telling them to stop.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. What the fuck? When did that happen?
Halfway through the second quarter.
I want to find a clip of that.
I can send it to you right now if you want.
Wow, that's so crazy. Kevin Durant's like a goddamn legend. Let me see.
He's not even a guy known for being cocky. I can understand if it was Draymond Green or something like that.
But wait, this was in today's game.
This happened tonight. Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. This could be it.
I just sent it to you on Facebook.
I'm listening. You know what's weird is I made a comment about him in the warm-ups. I said, "Where's your goddamn calves?" That's so weird. That looks horrible now. Oh, yeah, he's limping. They're cheering.
I'm surprised by that, and the players are telling him not to be doing that. No question. These Raptor fans have been wonderful.
Oh yeah, the Raptor players are like, what the fuck? They're even looking at the crowd like, what the fuck?
Dude, like,
must be those racist white people in Canada.
Dude, like tons of NBA players were like tweeting out like that's scummy as hell and shit like that. Joel Embiid was like, why the fuck are these fans cheering for a guy that just got hurt?
That's weird.
And then people were chirping me on Twitter about this, saying, oh, well, at least, you know, we showed him respect when he was walked off the court. And I was like, that does not negate the fact you cheered that he got hurt, you fucking shit bums.
What were they really trying to watch? Oh.
Credit Serge Ibaka, and there's the play right away. He knew it. You did not see a better sight than we just witnessed. Unfortunately, what happened to Kevin Durant?
Were they cheering something else? I mean, maybe something else was happening?
No, if they were cheering something else, why would the Raptors players tell them to stop?
Yeah, you're right.
It's very clear.
Yeah, it is
very clear.
It's a bad video.
Very clear.
And this guy goes down. That's appreciation for greatness.
He goes, fuck!
Yeah, he goes, bullshit!
Wow.
And now with 3.5 minutes left, the fucking stupid Raptors are up by 6 points right now.
I think that, I swear to God, it's like they were cheering that he got help, that he was able to get up, I thought.
No.
Like, I'm not even kidding, like, because, like, it's not a visceral boo. It's like he's on the ground holding his ankle, and the cheering gets louder when he stands up.
And he's limping away. They're like cheering, like clapping their hands, like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I honestly, dude, I legitimately feel like they thought something worse was up, and then they were cheering the fact that he was able to get up. Like, because, okay,
I'll tell you what.
I'm dead serious.
Watch the difference between when he was being walked out and the difference as to when he got up and was like, fuck, I'm hurt again. There's a very clear difference.
Yeah.
And, like, showing respect to the guy for, like, walking it off and then the guy realizing he's hurt. It's bullshit. You know, we watch sports all our lives. Come on, man.
He's being helped up right now.
Well, he helped himself up at first.
Well, this is when two guys helped him up, and now people are cheering.
I don't like to hear the fans stop cheering. I'm surprised by that, and the players are telling him not to be doing that. No question. These Raptor fans have been wonderful, but to cheer for a player.
I don't know. I think honestly, I don't know. I mean, I have to watch the real hard cut of it. Like, this is a video of the TV.
That's fine. I mean, I can understand if you're thinking that too, because I mean, I'm not being sarcastic either. I can get if people can think that that's what it is. But dude, this happens all the time. As far as players getting up and fans like cheering, like respect, you know, for walking it off, blah blah blah. This happens every single night in the NBA. How many times does this happen? And then players have to tweet out, and fans on the team have to tell the fans stop. It's too clear.
Well, I don't know. I mean, first,
and they're in the arena, so they have the best seat in the house to realize what's going on. Obviously the fans, I guess, must have been dicks, because everyone's agreeing that like all the fans, all Twitter, all of the NBA, the announcers believe the fans are assholes. So the fans must be assholes. They must be shitheads. But hey, that's Toronto, right? That's Toronto for you.
You fucking Canadian bastards.
And dude, I wanted the Raptors to win.
I'm only saying this because I can't believe they're actually fucking cheering the guy's injury. Like, I just can't believe that. I mean, I believe it, but it's like, holy shit, really?
And Joe,
Jesus
even
Christ.
Stan Van Gundy, if you listen to Stan Van Gundy, he's like, why are these fans like cheering that he's injured? That's not right. This guy sits on every single night on commentary. He knows, you know what I mean?
James makes a great point in the chat. Football fans do it all the time. That's true. They do it a lot. Football fans are the worst, though. They're the awful.
Yeah, that's true.
I would say football fans.
Say, I'm a scumbag sports fan, just like the rest of them, but I have never cheered when somebody's gotten hurt. I really haven't. I swear.
I would only cheer if somebody got hurt, if they weren't like fatally hurt or something, and it was like a piece of shit. Like, I mean, like, so if Matt Cook, who ended people's careers by elbowing them in the head on purpose in hockey. So, like, if he got hurt, I'd probably cheer him being hurt. But, like, I almost wouldn't cheer anybody being hurt. But unless you were a real piece of shit. By the way, Toronto up 103-97. Now Toronto is taking the lead on this long comeback effort.
And I'll tell you something else, too, Joe. I'll give you a great example as far as cheering when somebody gets hurt. 2013, Game 6, Heat versus the Pacers. When Dwayne Wade pushed Paul George and he fucking tweaked his leg, it was very clear. He got a flagrant for it, don't get me wrong. Like 3 plays later, David West bodies Dwayne Wade and he has to go to the bench. Cheering for that because it's retribution. That's totally different.
Well, it was like the Blues last night. The Blues were running around trying to take the Bruins' heads off last night, and then when a guy punched a Bruin in the head when he wasn't looking, he winked at the camera and shit, The guy winked at the camera. It's like, I want to see that guy's head on a stick tomorrow night. All right, here's a better audio. I'm
Three-point game, by the way, 103-100.
I'm listening, but you won't be able to hear the commentary.
Okay.
You just hear it.
Ibaka trying to stay with Durant, knocks it away, and Durant slipping. Durant goes down, holding his leg. Ibaka goes up, and is fouled down the other end. And Durant grabbing that right leg. It's the right calf.
Oh, yeah, this is horrible. This is way better than the video I saw a minute ago doesn't even do the justice whatsoever. There's a fan in the front row waving bye to him and stuff. Holy shit. Like, I mean, hey, but you know what, dude? They're fans. They can do whatever they want. I don't care. Hey, people are savage. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. I don't like it, but it's like Taya Valkyrie the other day. People were tweeting out, like Andre Corbiel and stuff were tweeting out, like, Taya Valkyrie assaulted. Have you seen this, JB? I lost you. Let me go look at it. People were tweeting out Taya Valkyrie assaulted, and then they were going after fans because everybody's been going after fans now, right? People are going after fans like, oh, the fans are over the line. They attacked Bubba Ray's wife and all these things, and they said all these terrible things to whatever. Listen, I've been at wrestling shows where wrestlers come by and they go, hey, fuck you, fat fuck. Hey, what's up, fat fuck? Go ahead, climb over the guardrail, you fat fuck, or whatever. And then you go, fuck you, fuck you. Oh, yeah, do something. Go ahead and do something to me. Like that shit happens all the time. That's nothing new. So when you get in a fan's face because the fan is talking shit to you, it's like, well, what's going to happen? So, Andre put out a video that said, Taya Valkyrie assaulted by fan. And unless there's something else that I'm missing in this exchange that's going on, I just don't, I don't know what happened here. They're yelling at each other. So she's in a fan's face right here. So keep in mind, people wrote stuff like, Knockouts champion assaulted by fan. Wrestler assaulted by fan. Taya Valkyrie assaulted by fan. Taya Valkyrie is attacked by fan. Other people tweeted things like, this is how not to treat a wrestler. They tweeted things like, this is how not to treat a wrestler. Now keep all of that in mind as I now play the video. We're yelling at each other. We're yelling at each other. We're yelling at each other. We're still yelling at each other. Now, oh, Taya Valkyrie slaps the drink out of his hand, so then he spits on her. That's it. There's a nice ass right there. That's it. That's the video. I have asked everybody who wrote something like that, can you please point out where the fan assaults her? Please point out where the fan assaults her. Every single person was unable to do that. One person said, dude, you must be blind. He spit on her. And I said, oh, yes, I see that he spit at her as she walked away. But before that, she slapped a full drink out of his hand. So she assaulted him first. She assaulted him. His retaliation would be actually probably passed in court. Now, I don't mind either thing. I don't mind the fan yelling at Taya Valkyrie. I don't mind her yelling back at him. I don't even mind her slapping the drink out of his hand. I think that's a funny thing to do, a funny heel thing to do maybe. And I don't know if she's a heel or face because I wouldn't watch that company if my fucking family's lives depended on it. And the Golden State Warriors have tied it up with 1 minute and 16 seconds left. I'm behind a little bit from you guys, 103 to 103. 3-point attempt by the Raptors misses. So my point is no assault happened. There's no reason for headlines that say she was assaulted or attacked. That did not happen. That did not happen. She actually technically assaulted him first, and his response was to spit at her afterwards. So he never touched her. He never spit on her. He never did any of that. She slapped a drink out of his hand. Therefore, you have wrestling websites. Let me go into fucking Vince Russo. You have wrestling websites, bro. Bro, real credible wrestling websites, bro, reporting on this, saying that she was assaulted. That is a lie, a 100% lie by these SJW wrestling fans, these white knighting wrestling fans who just want to suck Taya Valkyrie's pussy, but they can't. So they have to come up with this like, she was assaulted, she was attacked. No. They both assaulted each other in the end, but they're like, this is what's wrong with fans. What's wrong with fans? There's nothing wrong with fans. This is what's wrong with the wrestlers. Oh, and this is what, and honestly, this is what is wrong with the wrestlers, because then the wrestlers don't stand up and say, hey, listen, that's why you don't come up to me at a wrestling show and try to get in my face. You'll lose your beer, and next time you'll lose your head. You know, say something like that and be like a badass wrestler. Don't be like, you know, oh, SJW fans don't say mean things. You know, just like Bubba Ray said the same thing. It's like kind of ridiculous. Just so stupid. Everybody's a crybaby now. These wrestlers are crybabies. What kind of wrestlers are these? The fans are crybabies, but they've always been like that in the crowd. The Golden State Warriors took the 3-point lead. Here we go. Robbie Hyde.
I wanted to like this show. However, Vince, I have dementia. McMahon strikes again. Vince might as well have just swung his balls in front of my face while yelling, that's such good shit, that's such good shit, that's such good shit. Fuck me.
That's such good shit. Robbie Hyde, thank you so much for the $4, Robbie Hyde. You're keeping me on the air tonight because I couldn't wait. I could just wait to go to bed after this fucking horrible Raw. James Winters, you couldn't be more wrong. He says, it's not a lie. Being spit on is an assault legally. If you want to get technical, people are just pussies now. But I disagree, though. It is wrong because the article says Taya Valkyrie was assaulted by a fan. But that's not how the article should read. The article should read, pro wrestler and fan get into a argument in the front row. Or Taya Valkyrie gets into heated exchange with fan. Or Taya fan and fan... Taya Valkyrie and a fan assault each other. Those are all honest headlines. That's called reporting. Actually reporting the real news. What reporters do now is they fake the news. They create spin. That's why you hear fake stories about Bernie Sanders or fake stories about Donald Trump. No matter what side you're on, you hear a fake spin because the news grabs a headline and tries to make it factual to make you hate the other person. That's what they do. And that's what these wrestlers are doing. And Taya Valkyrie's response is egregious. And these people's responses are egregious. Because, again, the fan might have been a cunt. The fan might have been a dickhead. He might have said some terrible shit. I don't know. But the bottom line is you chose to then get in his face and then slap a drink out of his hand. And then he spit on you. That's a equal exchange. Now, I don't know about that as far as I go, you know. But if I'm in the front row and I'm me and I'm just going, you suck, Taya. I hope you lose. You suck. You're ugly as shit. You suck. I hate you. That's just fucking fan talk. What are you supposed to do? Oh, you're pretty, Taya. It's okay. You're the bad person, but I like you anyway. What the fuck? Now, if you start saying like weird shit like, wow, the goddamn Golden State Warriors ended up winning. That's what those fans get. How about that? Those fucking fans that booed the injury. How about that? They feel stupid now. You know, I could see if somebody was in the front row and they were like, hey, Taya Valkyrie, you got a big, fat, ugly vagina. You ugly pussy hole. Yo, I hope you get raped in the ring. I hope you get raped, you fucking ugly bitch. You know, that type of stuff. Ugh, like that's going fucked up, right? So at that point, you know, again, that's where like security and people around you, you know, that's when people got to be like, you know, hey, what the fuck are you, dude? What are you doing? You know, but if you want to call someone a stupid asshole and a bitch and I hate you and stuff like that, I mean, that's kind of what fans do. They can do that. Then you want to go slap his drink out of his hand, that's fine, and he's going to spit on you. But don't write an article now that says, oh, poor her, she was assaulted by a fan. No, she wasn't. Look at all the dumb Canadians' faces. And I was cheering for the Raptors, too, until that dumb shit. Oh, my God.
That put him out. His teammates going over to check on him. They don't like to hear the fans cheering.
I'm surprised by that, and the players are telling him not to be doing that.
No question. These Raptor fans have been wonderful, but to cheer for a player who gets injured.
Hey, those Raptors fans are mad because the Boston Bruins beat the shit out of their Maple Leafs in the fucking Game 7. So those Raptors fans are pissed, man. That's the full-on karma is real. Sorry. Thank you, guys. I'm going to play the donations. All the donations are on. If you guys want to say anything, we'll talk about Raw tonight. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about because Raw was boring.
Give me that hell yeah!
I'll get into Raw in a minute.
Raw was, honestly, I mostly was and am watching the NBA Finals. I'm making a strong prediction. Brock Lesnar will cash eye on Kofi when SmackDown Live debuts on Fox. I just feel they do it for a cheap ratings bop.
Yeah, they do. Well, they don't even, they do it to like save the ratings. Goon! What's up, Goon? Appreciate that, man. They'll do it for the initial, the talk, the ratings, like, so anybody who maybe wasn't watching knows that they're on Fox now. Doshi.
WWE claims Raw higher ratings than NBA face with tears of joy.
That's hilarious. I doubt that. I doubt that very much. I think the fucking NHL finals do better than Raw. So that can't be right. Right? Am I crazy? Pretty sure the NBA finals. I mean the NHL. Dude, we have the Game 7 coming up Wednesday in the NHL hockey in the playoffs. The Stanley Cup. This Wednesday, the Stanley Cup will be decided. Let me look at the ratings. I'm pretty sure that the fucking NHL is beating WWE's ratings. So if the NHL is beating WWE's ratings, then the NBA is destroying WWE's ratings.
Was Raw good? Did not watch. Ha 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 boobs.
Jim M, thanks for the donation, man. Raw was not good. Do not watch Raw. There's no need to watch any of Raw. It is horrible. Due to the nature of live sports, the below fast national Nielsen numbers, the NBC considers subject to significant, blah, blah, blah. Game 6 scored a 1.9 rating, a 9 share among adults, and 6.1 million total viewers. So the NHL, dude, the NHL did better. The NHL had 6 million people watch. 6 million people. 6 million people watched the NHL playoffs, Game 6, Boston versus St. Louis the other night. So
shit bomb.
That crushes WWE.
And yet another Raw that I will never fucking remember. Good job, Vince, you failed again. Couldn't give a flying fuck about anything they did tonight. So sick of the lazy ass booking. I'm seriously wondering if WWE is even pro wrestling anymore.
Triple Gaming, thank you for the $5. It felt like I was watching a cartoon tonight. Triple Gaming, thanks for the $5, man. Yeah, it really felt like a cartoon tonight. It felt like so much stuff was cartoony. It was awful. So my guess is if the NHL playoffs, the NHL Stanley Cup Game 6 had 6 million people watching it, then I got to believe that right now, and I don't know the numbers, I have no idea, I'm just guessing. I'm assuming that the NBA Finals right now, that there's about 25 million people watching. I don't know those numbers. Somebody'd have to tell me. I could be lower, could be higher than that, could be 50 million. But I'm going to guess that 25 million people watched this game tonight. And 6 million people watched the NHL. And about 2.5 million watched WWE Raw. WWE Raw, the main, what the world is watching, the main thing around the world, blah blah blah. The NHL hockey fucking Stanley Cup playoffs times you by 2. Bison News says 15 million. Okay, so 15 million people watched the NBA tonight. So probably on the NHL Stanley Cup Game 7 this Wednesday, because now there's going to be a bunch of hockey fans who maybe haven't been watching the series. They're going to tune in on Wednesday because Game 7 in Boston, Wednesday night. Bruins, St. Louis, there was a lot of beefing and fighting going on. There's a potential for the NHL to draw an 8 or 10 million people on Wednesday. And if the NBA Finals get to a Game 7, I would suggest that there's a possibility for that 25 to 30 million number for that. So Nate Dogg says 20 million. I'd probably agree as well. A lot of people started watching the NHL playoffs that hadn't been watching because it's getting interesting. A lot of people are probably going to watch the NBA playoffs the rest of the way through now because now that's interesting. And believe it or not, those fans booing helps with the storyline to vilify the Canadian fans for a lot of people who were, I thought they were cheering for the fucking Raptors. Now I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I didn't get to watch a lot. I don't like that. I don't like basketball that much anymore, so I don't watch it a lot. But I do have it on my other screen over here, and I'm watching it. But as far as hockey, I have to see hockey on a big screen. I got to put the surround sound on. Okay, so the beginning of Raw was awful. The beginning was too much talking, blah, 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 about almost nothing to set up the main event at the end of the night, which we already understood. I get it. We knew what they were doing. It just went way too long. They did not need to spend that much time setting another generic matchup at the end. Sami Zayn, the special enforcer referee, whatever. Just do that quickly and get the fuck moving. Like a 20-minute babble fest at the beginning of Raw tonight. It was awful. And then they show Lars Sullivan, which I thought this was a good cut. I thought cutting to Lars Sullivan and him being like, ugh. Now, it was goofy, though, because he was doing this weird, ski fucking, bouncing back and forth. That didn't look good at all, for him. He looked goofy, like a ballet, I don't know what he was doing. It just didn't look right. He should have just been like, ah, ah. He shouldn't have been, I don't know, the way he was doing this exercise looked ridiculous. But I like that they cut to him, and then he's coming out, and it's like, oh, shit, oh, he's up next. Here comes the commercial. But at this point, I'm irritated by Raw. Big time irritated by Raw. So, I don't know if it's possible, but can you imagine if we can get David Ortiz to the Boston Bruins game on Wednesday? I don't think we can. He's probably too sick and hurt, but you imagine if we can get Ortiz wheeled out there waving that Bruins flag? That'd be sick. I hope he's okay. I hope the Mass General maybe can make him better than what would have happened if he stayed in the Dominican Republic. But so now we go to the 1-on-3 handicap match. And again, when you're in a 1-on-3 match, if you're one of the three, you've become useless, a piece of garbage. You don't need to be wrestling anymore. You're ruined. And so that was how I saw it. And I hope Lucha House Party never shows up again, because there's no reason to see anybody from Lucha House Party again. And that sucks, because I like those guys, especially like Grand Metalik. Love him very much. The other guys are a little bit stale, but I don't know. They're all good, but it's just they're worthless at this point. What the hell is the point in them? Lars Sullivan gets the victory. Why did they not do that in Saudi Arabia? I guess because they wanted to do it on Raw. I guess. Why? I'm confused. So anyway, the whole thing was a joke. And then the most egregious piece of shit ever thing happened and bored. This is where Raw made me pass the fuck out. I passed the fuck out. Samoa Joe, The Miz in the ring, and then Strowman coming out, and then it was Strowman and Ricochet versus The Miz and Lashley and Cesaro. And that was after they, all the good guys got the bad guys beat up for a second, and they fell out of the ring. And then Michael Cole said something to the effect of, one of the most exciting things you've ever seen. It was something like that. I have to go back and watch it to find the quote. But Michael Cole went on to say something like they're all fired up, and one of the best moments you'll ever see. He said something like that. He did say that. Go find the clip. He said one of the best moments you've ever seen, or one of the most exciting moments tonight that we've seen here as these men unite, or whatever, something like that. And it was just really goofy and fucking ill-timed, awful. Then Ricochet, The Miz, and Braun win. Whoop-de-fucking-do. The Miz is gone back to being just nothing. Ricochet is great, but is unfortunately surrounded by fucking Metacore. And Braun Strowman is a fucking joke that I am bored and sick and tired of. And they were going up against boring as well. I Ricochet, number one, the best thing out of those guys at this point. Number two would probably be Samoa Joe. And everybody else bores the hell out of me at this point. So it was a waste of my time. Oh, God. Raw was fucking awful tonight. A lot of people think Cesaro might have gotten hurt. He looks like he might have broken his ankle potentially. So that's great. Now Cesaro's injured. It looked like a bad ankle injury.
Give me a hell yeah!
At a bar in Londonderry, New Hampshire, watching the game, didn't watch Raw and fuck Vince in his loose asshole. 2/10 skook gook house moha.
Andale Peasy, what's up, dude? You're in Londonderry, New Hampshire? I grew up in Salem, New Hampshire. It's not that far away. I had people I knew in Londonderry, New Hampshire. Londonderry, New Hampshire, baby. New Hampshire was great. I miss New Hampshire. I heard now it's there's a lot of drugs over there. It's weird. I can't imagine that. I just remember people who had pretty good jobs hunting fucking animals. When did all the drug stuff start happening? Shit bomb.
They did find that guy who shot David Ortiz.
Yeah.
They beat his ass. There's video of people kicking his ass.
Donnie M, thank you for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bomb. I actually saw that video. I thought there was more than one guy involved. That's what I mean. I want to get a piece of all those guys. I want to fuck them up, dude. Seriously. But yeah, that guy did get the shit beat out of him. Dude, they kicked him in the head. They smashed bottles over his head. They fucking smashed him on the ground. They did all kinds of shit to this guy. I don't know if this was an initiation into some kind of gang activity, or what they were attempting to do. I don't get it.
Dan, I haven't even watched Raw. What did I miss? Tell me it was more than a 3/10. PS follow me on Twitter, you yank cunt. Playful face.
Alan Samways, thanks, man. I will try to find you on Twitter. Or if you send me a message, I'll look at my phone later and I'll add you back. And thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum. You get negative points for using my real name, though. What the hell is that? What am I, Phil Brooks? I get like CM Punk does when someone calls him Phil. The Raptors fans really got karma tonight, huh? Boo to the Raptors fans.
Super Chat Party.
Triple H said in an interview there may be an NXT takeover or an NXT brand in Saudi
Please, no.
Arabia. I Twitter DM'd you the link, bruh.
He was the getaway driver, says Brian from Southside. Really? Okay, well. What about the guy who shot? Triple H, yeah, you know what? God, I saw that, and I saw a couple other people saying that. Spaz? What up, Spaz Phoenix? I don't care. I mean, they probably won't do it. I can't believe they would do it. Maybe they would, but I don't know, man. I can't believe they would bring NXT out there. Maybe, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I hope not, but in the end, nothing surprises me anymore about anything about this company or anything else.
Super Chat Party.
Joe Jones is Christ.
Yes, Joe Jones is Christ. Appreciate that. Shout out to Joe Jones. Jeremy Pasta. What up, Jeremy? Lacey Evans and Alexa Bliss. I told you what my idea was for Lacey Evans earlier. The whole woman's thing was awful tonight. God, I just didn't like anything tonight. I felt miserable about everything. Just didn't like anything. The Iconics versus Lisa, Lace, and Aliyah Maya, or Aliyah Mia. I mean, that was something. That was like the least hated thing of the night for me because it was so quick and it kind of made sense with the Iconics. By the way, why did you take the belts off the fucking Revival at WrestleMania for a goof? Hey, you know what? It would be funny if they won. If he ended his streak finally. And they won, that's some funny shit. That'd be some funny shit. Yeah, the guy who's lost all these singles competitions. It'd be great if now he wins, but he wins in a tag team match. No, it would have been better if he beat someone in a singles match. So, okay, Zack Ryder and Hawkins win the tag team championships of Raw. And then they're going to completely disappear for over a month. So you put the belts on these guys. You took the belts off the Revival. And instead of continuously building these tag team champions and championships to mean something, you just take them off the Revival and you put them on these guys. And then they do nothing with them. And then tonight, you have them come out. In fact, you have to recap everything. Nobody was injured. There was no reason for them not to be defending their titles. And you have to recap everything that happened a month ago. And then the Revival wins the belts back. Why are the champions in a match like this, where the odds are so heavily stacked against them, when they haven't been defending the belts whatsoever? Why would the champions be in this fucking match? Why would the champions not just be one-on-one defending the belts against a few teams? There is no story and no reason for all of those teams to be facing you in a sort of handicapped match when you are the champions. And it's not your fault that you haven't defended the belts. Nobody's made a match for you. You haven't come out and said, we'll defend these belts whenever we want. Or like, we don't have to defend these belts. No, they were the face team. They were a fucking face team. Does anybody remember that? They are a face team, so they're not coming out saying, we'll defend these whenever we feel like it, or no, we're not defending these belts. No, we just didn't defend the belts. Nobody made a fucking match for us to defend the belts. Oh, suddenly a month later, I guess what? You're going to have to defend the belts tonight, and it's going to be against multiple teams for some reason. Instead of having multiple teams face each other to then face you, multiple teams are going to face you for the first time you're defending the belts. Or the second time, I guess, because they wrestled the night after. So none of this makes sense to anybody that isn't a blithering fucking goddamn tard. It would have been nice to see Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins get a few more wins with the belts. And do you want to know the answer to this, by the way? I know the answer to why this is the way it went. Because Vince and everybody thought it would be funny if they won the belts at WrestleMania. Like, that'll be good shit. But once they won the belts at WrestleMania, then they went back to reality of, well, wait a minute. We can't have we don't really think Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder are that good. The only reason why we had them win was because it was a feel-good moment at WrestleMania, they felt. They felt it was a feel-good moment. And at WrestleMania, WWE was doing everything they could to put out feel-good moments. Faces must win at WrestleMania last year. So Vince thought, that'll be exciting. No one will see it coming. People will be feel-good moment. So there it happens. The minute that was over, then you have the champions. But you don't like the champions and you don't value the champions. So then you say, well, yeah, they're the champions now. That was great. But we don't want Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder to be able to beat our newer top tag teams. We don't want them to beat the Usos. We don't want them to beat the Revival. Hell, there's almost nobody we really want them to beat. So we can't just put them out there having them beat anybody because we really don't like them and we don't see them as top guys at all right now. So keep them off TV because I don't know what to do. Okay, tonight we're going to put them in a match against two other teams or whatever it was, and the odds are stacked against them, and then they lose. And that will probably be like the last we hear from them. Unless the Revival faces them in a rematch, but then the Revival will retain again. So the title belts mean almost nothing. The Raw tag team titles mean about nothing. The Revival could lose them at any time to any loser team because that happens. And then that team could not defend the belts for months because the belts are worthless. But then the Revival and another team could beat that team for the belts in a handicapped style match where anybody can be pinned. So what does the tag team championship really mean? So at this point, you should just burn the tag team championships. Just burn them because they mean nothing. The SmackDown ones mean more, but they don't mean a lot because there's no competition. The Raw ones mean nothing. The company is a waste of time. Super chat. Super chat.
Joe, my favorite part of Raw was...
The Goon, thank you for the $2 super chat, man. That's some good shit.
Give me that hell yeah!
What's up, Joe?
What's up?
What's up, Justin? Did either of you guys see footage from the new Avengers game? If so, what are your thoughts? I'm laughing at these idiots complaining because they have no knowledge of Marvel outside of the MCU. Game looks sick too.
Blinded Fate, thank you, man. I haven't really seen too much of it. It looked kind of cool. I'm interested a bit. And yeah, a lot of times people get angry, they say things, and they don't even really know the comics. I've done that. You know, I don't know all the comics either, and I've been caught. Ryback! Thank you, Blinded Fate. I didn't see enough yet to comment, but I will soon.
What's up, Joe? It's been a while since I donated, had to deal with some shit. I actually haven't watched WWE since WrestleMania, not even the highlights. I just don't care anymore. Vince killed it for me. Just here to support your show. # Team Cronin.
Oh, man, thank you so much. Ahmed Omer, thank you so much for the $4. Appreciate the $4, man. The only thing that I liked about Saudi Arabia was seeing the smiles on the Saudi Arabian families' faces and the kids' faces. That's the only thing that I liked about the Saudi Arabia show.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
Man, fuck Raw tonight. I didn't watch the show other than the Firefly Funhouse, which was awesome. Game 5 tonight was one for the ages. Durant popped his calf or Achilles. Fucking unbelievable game. Kawhi Leonard, you piece of mute shit. Go to hell. Go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go. Pussy Lips McGee, what up, man? Hey, to this day, those old school McDonald's cups or whatever they were back in the day. Remember those giant jumbo cups, man? I still got a couple of those, and I've got like a bunch of the Celtics old school ones, and then I've got the Sonic ones, the Sonics, Supersonics, and I got the Spurs, bunch of the Spurs. I think I do got a Bulls one too.
Listen, cross for tag champs. Fook Sasha's 5 head.
Jesus. Spaz Phoenix, thank you for the $2 Canadian, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, Bliss and Cross, man. It's like this is, I feel like, a storyline that's about to set up again because it's already happened. Julius Wright on Twitter said, Velveteen Dream said it's the wrestler's fault for the bad booking and creative. I don't know, man. I think he's getting ready for his Roman Reigns push. That's kind of scary stuff to hear Velveteen Dream say it's not the creative at all or whatever he says. Durant hurt his Achilles. Wow, shit. That's crazy. You look like he did.
Chat party.
That's the worst.
Twitter troll twats with boy haircuts say WWE only pushes blonde bimbos. But the champs are Lynch, Baszler, Storm, and Bailey. Fook feminists.
I think they're pushing everybody at some point. Spaz Phoenix. I think that there was some people noticed that it's always the blonde-haired bimbo girls, and I think there's something to that. But there are other women that are there that are getting a spotlight as well. But it just feels like they always default to pushing that type of thing, And Charlotte as well. They all kind of have that look. But it seems like those are the ones that always get kind of pushed. But I don't know, man. Let me see what else we got here, if there are anything else, and then I'm going to move on to the next part of this. Who was that? Was that Spaz Phoenix? Spaz Phoenix, thank you, man.
Here we go.
Here's Glorious Eugene.
Oh, no.
I would use Bray's hammer and flatten Debe's trout lips.
Oh, my God. What the fuck? Debe's trout lips. That's fucked up. I thought the elevator stuff was okay. Glorious Eugene. Again, like I said, for a lower mid-card skit on the show, I thought the elevator thing was okay. For a lower mid-card skit. 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, probably 6. But that is for lower mid-card. So for what it is, it's a small piece of the pie. But it was one of the better things that happened on the show. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the better things that happened on the show, but it's something that's supposed to be good, but not something that's supposed to is the reason why you're watching the show. It's supposed to be a sort of a piece of the frosting. You know what I mean? Like, we've got frosting on the cake, and then we've got some Skittles, and we put some Jimmies on it too. This is supposed to be the Jimmies on the cake. And I ate the cake, and the cake tasted like shit. But then I ate the frosting, and the frosting didn't taste very good either, but the Jimmies tasted okay. That's what it was like. The Jimmy's tasted okay, but the frosting wasn't very good, and the cake was shit. So that is not a good show. So despite the fact that I like the segment, for the most part, could have been better. It would have been like, and you know what's funny is Vince McMahon loves all the potty humor and the toilet humor. You know, like people being pissed on and shitting their pants and stuff like that. Vince loves all that stuff, right? He makes Drake Maverick like poo-poo and the APO poopy on themselves. But I actually would have thought it was funny if somebody had to piss in the elevator or if somebody farted in the elevator or something like that. But like that type of thing, like, or like somebody was like, "Listen, guys, I hate to say this, man, but I'm gonna piss my pants. It's my side hurts right now." You know, and like the whole time somebody had to go to the bathroom or whatever. And it might have even been funny if they had to piss on the elevator while everyone's in the elevator. You know what I mean? That type of dumb shit I'd be okay with if it involved like jobbers and it was on a small portion of the show. But going back to the APO, or what, I don't even remember their real names anymore, and Drake Maverick and the poopy stuff. AOP, I'm sorry, not APO, AOP, AOPP, that's right. That was horrible because you're building this team up to be like a badass tag team of heels, and now you're making poopy jokes with them. That is fucking stupid. So, like, in the elevator scene, though, to me, poopy pee-pee humor would have worked because it's so ridiculous already. So in the elevator with all the jobbers, especially EC3, who, let's face it, EC3 wants to kill himself. EC3 may kill himself in the WWE at some point. You might as well use the poopy pee-pee humor there. But you didn't. So you saved the poopy pee-pee humor for the serious tag team that was trying to be built up to be a serious tag team. You saved it for them to fucking ruin them. But on an elevator full of people and this big joke and it's all funny and everybody knows when you go in a 24/7 title, okay, we're ready for kind of ridiculous stuff. It's okay. But then you don't really do that stuff. Authors of Pain. Thank you. God, Jesus. I can't even remember Authors of Pain's name. They fucking... Vince got what he wanted. He ruined the whole thing. Oh, God. A lot of people sending me... I was trying to see what people were sending me all over Twitter, but they were all just sending me the fans booing again. So I would have been more accepting of that. So I don't understand why, if a guy loves all the poopy pee-pee humor, he didn't take a minute like... God, you know, it'd be funny if EC3 was drinking a lot of water, and then he came in the elevator with like a full bottle of water, and he's just guzzling the water, and then eventually he's like, "Guys, I really gotta piss," you know. And EC3's got to piss in the elevator. Everybody's going, "Oh God, your piss stinks! Like, why does your pee smell like that? What do you eat?" And he's like, "I eat all these protein bars." Oh, and they're all in the fucking elevator having to deal with the guy peeing in a corner. You know, ha ha ha, that's some good shit. You know, but at least it's the lower mid card. It's the lower mid card joke. It's not a potential top tag team.
Here we go. I'm about to get it, man.
Fucking company makes no sense.
Here we go. Oh, no.
CJ Crumb.
Reason why Saudis smiled at the end of the show is because they had to, or their heads would have been chopped off by the prince.
Oh my God. Jesus. CJ, thank you very much, man.
Grasshopper, call for extension 1.
8. Hello, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Cronin, how you doing, buddy? This is Irish Dave Doherty, bud.
Dave Doherty, what's up, dude?
Hey, first time calling, man. I'm a little shy, man.
Wait a minute. I thought you have called before.
Yeah, a long time ago, but you know, I'm still shy. So.
Okay. Well, what's up? Yeah, what's going on?
But I just wanted to say what's up to everybody in the chat, and hopefully you're feeling better than I am.
I mean,
I'm the one that had to the throat cancer and had to get surgery and all that shit. But
Wait a minute. When did you have the surgery?
When did I have the surgery?
Yeah.
About 2 months ago.
Damn, man. So did they clear everything out? Because this is like the same type of thing that like Bobby Heenan and everybody had, right?
Well, yeah. They told me I'm in like remission or whatever.
That's good.
So, as long as I do what they tell me to do and not act like an idiot and start, going back to my old ways. But I mean, they told me that I can still drink and all that stuff. But
what did they tell you caused the throat cancer? Was it the drinking, or was it like HPV, or like?
It was actually it was hereditary. It was in my family.
Oh, okay.
And my dad had it, and then my grandfather had it, and he died in September. So.
Wow.
But anyway,
sorry, man. Yeah.
I ain't trying to be depressed or whatever.
No,
but,
I know. I'm interested though to hear about it. I wanted to hear about it. I hope it doesn't come back, and I hope you're cured of it now. And I've known a lot of other people that cured of it for like 40 years and more. So hopefully that's how it works.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say, man, I've been supporting you for 6 years now, and you always bring it, man. No matter if you're mad or whatever, you always bring a good show. And I personally want to say I appreciate what you do, man. Keep up the good work and everything like that. And in all honesty, I would have rather had sex with Amanda Carmen than watch Raw.
Amanda Carmen, yes. Oh my God. Well, listen, Irish Dave Doherty, man, thank you for the support, and I'm glad you got your voice and everything too. And I didn't know it was that bad, but I appreciate it, man. I thank you for calling. I hope you call back again and keep talking to me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, most definitely, man. I tried to call you on Skype, but I didn't. I had your old Skype name or whatever, so.
I still got it to ring through somehow over here. Yeah, I got 2 different ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely give you a call, man. I just wanted to give you a call and tell you that you're awesome, dude.
Thanks, bro.
Just, anytime you get down, man, just think that there's people out there that love you to death, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Jesus, I love you, man. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
I'll be all right.
All right, brother. I know you will be, but I just wanted, sometimes it's good to hear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do. It's amazing, man. It really is. Like, that's why sometimes I feel bad when I say some things. People are like, oh, I get like a million emails, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm all right. But, Drew the gatekeeper came by the other day and had sex with me, so it's all good now.
I know. I saw. I was kind of jealous, but it is what it is.
Yeah, well, I mean,
'cause I'm all the way in Baltimore, so.
Well, the door's always open. We can always find a way to get somebody over here to grind on me like Drew did.
Well, we're a part of it. It's the cheese mafia now, man.
Yeah, the dude, he put his cheese in me. It was insane. Like he put his cheese all the way in.
Oh, I don't even want to know.
All right, Dave.
He probably put it in places that is illegal in some countries.
I hope so, because I want to send them the video. All right, Dave Doherty, man.
I hear you, buddy.
Love you, buddy. Thank you.
All right, man. All right, have a good one, buddy. I'll be listening.
All right, baby. I have a good one. It's down below. For the people that missed it, me and Drew the gatekeeper showed up at my house, and he wanted to give me a present. And in fact, he did give me a present, and it was lovely. It was beautiful. Yeah. He gave me.
Yeah. Oh, that's not dollar when you get this belt. That's not dollar when you get this belt. You're not just gonna get the belt. You're gonna get my coat. And it's come too. Hey, you want this again?
Instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show. You can watch me and Drew do an amazing dance in that video. We were grinding and dancing. It was amazing. You know what I mean? It was a lot of fun. Nothing bad happened that night. It was a lot of fun. Oh, we had a lot of blue G's, too. There was a lot of blue G's going on. It was absolutely amazing. So if you want to see that whole video and then you want to see more, Instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show, or my other YouTube channel, YouTube.com/Corrupted Podcast, which is now called Corrupted Nation. Check that out. Thank you, Irish Dave Doherty. Oh, shit. Now we're going there. Now we're going there. Fern, the intern.
Bucks for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue.
You gay, bro.
$9. Suck my dick.
Suck.
Did you see the side-by-side comparison of EC3's entrance in NXT and the main roster? He looks so dejected and defeated.
Yeah,
anyway, why was Michael Cole doing Mao's quotes saying papapia? Or some gay shit like that? Fuck this faggoty pussy shit, fuck WWE.
Vern, the intern, you're absolutely right. And I did see the EC3 thing. It was fucking hilarious. I saw it a week ago or longer. It was a while ago, actually. EC3, entrance, it was like something like that. I don't know if anybody put it up on YouTube, but I saw it on Twitter for a while. Yeah, I don't know if the they're gonna have like Lonely EC3, like Lonely Virgil. Is this it? Where is it? I don't know. They don't really I guess it's only on Twitter. I looked it up and I can't find it. I've looked everywhere for it. How the fuck did people find this? Because I can't find it anymore. It was hilarious too. I was watching it all over. I was watching it on Twitter a bunch. I probably tweeted it out too at some point. I probably like retweeted it or whatever. So maybe if I check my Twitter, I can find it. Let me see if I check my Twitter. Because I swear I tweeted it out. It's just so funny. He's just like, just fucking depressed. Just call him Depressed EC3. Yeah, I'm looking down. I'm scrolling down. Trying to see if I retweeted it. I think I saw it like a few days ago, and I was laughing at it, but then, and I think Jake DeMarco, we were talking about it on either Raw or Out of Nowhere, and then it came up again today, and that's when I saw it again today and was laughing at it again. But yeah, no, I didn't tweet it out, I guess, but I swear it was here. Maybe somebody will tweet it to me again. I don't know, I don't see it. I thought I tweeted it out. Fuck it.
Super Chat Party.
Oh, Jake just tweeted it at me. King Cullen, thanks for the $1, man. Thank you so much, man, for this $1 super chat. I appreciate that, buddy. Here comes the messages. Yeah, I got it, so nobody has to send it to me now. I found it. Jake got it to me. Out of Nowhere, we brought it up. Yeah, okay, I remember now. I think we played it on Out of Nowhere. Yeah, we played this on Out of Nowhere and laughed at it. So we already did it, bro. I feel like this is a different one, though. He's just like, whatever. Whatever. All right, main event. Yeah. There I am. Dickie Nas.
I watched the Raw opening only. Seth Rollins as a face is awful. If you like him as a face, you're retarded. I'm right, you're wrong. Fuck you. Corbin is so bland and generic that it's funny. Why the fuck does Vince hate EC3? He is one of the better actors.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. EC3 would probably be one of the better guys on TV, but clearly Vince sees him as like a lower card idiot. Dickie Nos, thank you for the $4, Dickie. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Seth Rollins, I don't like him as a face either. He's
Super chat.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Ramblin' Rabbit hint to Moxley to stop snitching.
You think so? They already filmed that, I think, like weeks ago before Moxley ever showed up anywhere, though. Pretty sure. Dickie Nos, thanks for the $4. Dickie motherfucking Knots. Nos. So, yeah, as I went down my Raw review list, I think we stopped at the Iconics. Then just more bullshit. That triple threat Raw tag team title belt, we did that. And then it became, by before you knew it, it was Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens in the main event, and I did not give a shit. And by DQ, Kevin wins. Who cares? Rollins used a chair again, which looks stupid in the PG era. You can't even hit someone in the head with it. I don't expect people to be hit in the head unprotected, but I expect people to be hit in the head. And other places. It looked lame, it was lame, and it's a shame. It looked lame, it was it looked lame, it was lame, it was dame, it was shame, it was dame insane. I'm Sean G Entertainment. It was awful. Joe, that Seth voice is worse than Owen Hart's.
Because you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna burn it down. I'm gonna burn it down.
Fucking awful. Just awful. Raw is awful. God damn, is it bad. God damn, is it fucking bad. Oh, God, it's so bad. It's like really, it's like embarrassingly bad. 305, hello.
Hi, Joe. How are you? How's your day been so far?
I am bored as hell.
I have a question. Actually, I'm not sure if WWE has a coherent plan with this, but I'm not sure if you would agree with this. They should bring back Roman's father, because did the Samoans feud with Vince during the 80s? And stuff like that. Bring him back, feud with, have him and Shane go at it, then have this enhancement. What's the cousin's name that Shane brought in that he did like a tune-up match before?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember his name by chance?
I don't remember his name, but yeah, I remember that night. That was kind of cool, yeah. So you want Sika to come back like in
a manager type role and have Roman and the Usos with that cousin. If you have Shane as a manager with a stable with who's his name, Drew McIntyre and the Revival, and have like a lower card person pair up with them and stuff like that. Who do you think would fit with them? Like Samoa Joe, maybe?
I don't think Sika. I mean, dude. I mean, they could have like they could probably bring Rikishi around, but you know, Sika. God. I mean,
how old is he now? How old is Sika now?
I mean,
is he like
I don't know, like 70 or 80. I mean, I guess he could have. I guess he could have come out.
Is Sika Roman's father, or is that?
Yeah, that's Roman's
Sika
father.
Roman.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I was making sure I have the right person. I thought the other Watsamon was Roman's father.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess he could. I don't know what his. I'm trying to figure out his age. Yeah, he's 74. I was kind of close. I thought he was 80, but yeah, 74. Yeah. I mean, I thought they had the opportunity to do something like that the other night when Shane was like, "I'm gonna beat up his cousin or whatever." I thought then, like, the next time he'd beat up another member of, go after Roman's family and they'd keep going. I thought I thought they were going to do something like that, but I guess they, it was just that one off.
They're going to ever bring that, like, make that, do you think that would make sense? Like, right now, or is it too late?
Yeah, no, I thought it would. I thought like the going back, I thought it would have been nice if they sort of went with this whole thing like, yeah, that's what we do. We use you guys. You talk about the legacy of the family and all this other stuff. You know what the legacy of my family is? Lots of money. Do you know how much money Vince McMahon is worth? Do you know how much money I'm worth? Do you know how much money we're worth? Because
they make money off of people like. I'm not blaming Vince for the whole Owen Hart thing, but he made money off of like the steroid issue and stuff like that. I think Vince is taking steroids. There's no way a 70-year-old man can look like that, to be honest. Do you think Vince is taking steroids?
I don't know. I don't really think so anymore. I think there was times where he did some stuff, but I don't really know if he does anymore. I think he did at a time, but I don't.
Because that's not natural for a 70-year-old person to look like that.
To look like
a person his age.
He doesn't really look that the best right now. He's he's a lot smaller looking right now than he ever was.
So he's not as jacked as he used to look. Is what you're saying?
Well, I mean, you got to keep this in mind too. Vince McMahon goes to the weight room still about every day. Still.
Oh, okay, so it's not steroids. It's him. All that muscle is natural. You think it's not steroids?
I think right now he's pretty clean. I don't think he was. I think there was a time maybe where he wasn't, but I think he's pretty clean now. But I don't know. But I just feel like he's not really. He's probably doing some kind of stuff that we don't know about that's like new and whatever else and powders and protein things maybe. But I don't know.
What do you think they're going to do with this whole cashing thing with Brock? Do you think he's going to cash in on Kofi, or do you think he's still cashing in on Seth?
No, he'll cash in on Kofi because they really want him on Fox with that WWE World title, I think.
Okay, and do you think when Ronda comes back after she has her kid or whatever, has her first kid, or whatever, do you think she's going to go SmackDown, or they're going to keep her on Raw and have like Shayna replace her on Raw?
I think it's more likely she goes back to Raw and Shayna Baszler is on SmackDown.
Okay, so it's the other way around. You think it's going to be Shayna on SmackDown and Ronda on Raw?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter anyway. Because they can just, if they want to still have her appear on SmackDown, they got the wild card rule now, so it doesn't even matter really.
This whole wild card rule still confuses me. Can you explain this to me still? It's still confusing me.
Well, the bottom line is it was supposed to be 3, and now I guess it's 4 people. But what it will be is anybody who wants to use the wild card can go over to both sides. Is what it's going to be. And then what you'll see is I guarantee there'll be a couple times where you see a person jump over, start a storyline with somebody like, oh, they used the wild card rule to come over here. And then I guarantee that at some point they'll just stay there, and there'll be no explanation or mention of it. Like,
so it would be a major title or like a mid card? More realistic. Do you think it would be a major title like the Universal or WWE Championship, or more like a mid card title like the US or Intercontinental, or maybe like a tag team title or something like that?
What do you mean? What would be? What are you saying?
Like the wild card rule, where you say they start a storyline with like.
Oh no! I just meant I could see somebody that them being like, hey, we want to get this person over on Raw, and the person comes to Raw for a wild card week, and then they come to Raw again,
shit bum,
and then they just stay there.
Can we discuss Lacey's ass?
So nothing to do with the title.
How the hell is it possible to have a fat yet flat ass at the same time? Don't get me wrong, I tongue punch it, but it looks like it was used to mold mom jeans.
My God. A fat yet flat ass. Yeah, she's got a long ass is what it is. Brian Blackburn, she's got a very long ass, So I think that's why it seems that way to you. And she also wears the mom jeans that doesn't help it. I think you actually saw her ass. It's probably all right. Her ass is probably okay looking. But it's like the way she wears stuff, it doesn't look right, But that's the whole point, kind of to make you mad. You can't see her ass if it's hot. All right, well, I let that guy ask about 10 questions, so, and he had more. He was still going. I probably should have left him on and let him ask more stuff. But that's really it, man. This was a horrible night to me. That was not fun. Monday Night Raw tonight was not fun for me. It was fucking abysmal. Oh, boy, it was horrible. Thank you very much, Brian, for the $5. I'd rather listen to the fucking Writer's Paradise song again. In fact, I think I will. Fucking Raw was horrible. See if I can get the phones back up. Yeah.
As I walk through the halls with Vince, I dread change the script real quick to something he would have said. Cause I've been writing and thinking so long that even Kevin Dunn thinks my mind is gone. But I ain't never wrote a script that McMahon deserted. That's why he likes my ideas, I'm like carried to murder. You better watch out, you bitching and all you moaning, or you and your tag team might be off the program. I really hate the trip, but I gotta survive. Wanna end up taking dives on 205 Live. I'm the only writer Dewey Foley wants to be like, writing poo-poo jokes and Dave Pooper Scooper in the street light. I've been sucking dick all night, living in the writer's paradise. I write scripts, fix things all nice, pray that he won't fire me tonight. I've been sucking dick all night, writing in the writer's paradise. I write scripts, fix things all nice, pray that he won't fire me tonight. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't write a normal script, I'm handcuffed by the boss, so I gotta be down with the Vince team. Too many 90s promos got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fuck with no background in this. Should've been living in LA writing Hollywood scripts. I'm a low-key mark, never step foot in the ring, but I'm writing good shit for the king of this thing, fool. Ratings are crashing here every day. I'm writing shit for a retard, what can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I work here when I'm 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me why is he so blind to see that the things he likes has ruined this company? I've been sucking dick all night, living in the writer's paradise. I write scripts, fix things all nice, pray that he won't fire me tonight. I've been sucking dick all night, living in the writer's paradise.
That's some good shit. That's good shit.
Power in the money, money in the power. Minute after minute, hour after hour.
Good shit.
Everybody's bitching. Some of them are stitches going on in Gorilla, and some leak this to Meltzer. Say I'm writing shit, but they ain't here to see me. Vince will never like good ideas for the TV. I guess he can't, I guess he won't, and he's a cunt. That's why I know the
show
shit
is
is gonna suck, fool.
Good shit.
All night, living in the writer's paradise. I write scripts, fix things all nice, pray that he won't fire me tonight. I've been sucking dick all night, writing in the writer's paradise. I write scripts, fix things all nice, pray he won't fire me tonight. Tell me why is he so blind to see that the shit he likes has ruined this company? Tell me what. Tell me what.
That's good shit. Good shit.
You got some good shit on your hands, Vince McMahon. Yeah, TSS made a great version of that, by the way. He took the song and he put all the video to it and everything, so it's really good if you want to see TSS's version of it. But if you want to download the song, it's on Patreon, so people that didn't hear it. I did a 45-minute episode of Morning Madness yesterday, so I would give Raw tonight a 1 out of 10. I'm going to give Raw a 1 out of 10 tonight. Almost nothing was good. The whole goddamn thing pretty much bored the shit out of me. So, yeah. The whole fucking thing bored the shit out of me. And yeah, I think if you go on my Patreon and you go and you're like right here and you scroll down, we get the Raw alert that I'm live. So there's that. There's Morning Madness. Yeah, 43 minutes long. You can download it, play it. I talked about a lot of stuff, kind of. It was a great episode. I had a lot of fun. I can't wait to record another one. It was really fun. I'm going to put the questions out tonight. I talked about I played some video games last night, talked about the Halo trailer on my gaming channel, on the YouTube gaming channel, and the Twitch one. So that link was there. The alert for the Sunday Night Gaming. The Corrupted podcast. It's 2 hours and 38 minutes long. With me, Justin Bailey, Leah, and Dave Rose was there. And Jesse as well. It was a big show. Corrupted episode 103. It was a fun episode. That you can download that or play it. The alert for the video of Corrupted that includes the pre-show and post-show. That's here for the YouTube link of it. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff up there. There's Monetize This, episode 215. The bonus episodes after we went off the air. I think the after show was better than Monetize This last week, to be honest, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the fucking post show was better than the real show. We all agreed on that. And then, of course, some old episodes of Monetize This were uploaded to some other places for you. And here is me and Dave's first episode of Rage Internet Radio, and Dave was my first co-host or guest on that, and that was a great 1 hour podcast. This is all this week, by the way. Yeah, so that's there. Another podcast by me. Flashback episode of State of the WWE, which I thought was a real good episode from years ago. You can kind of listen to it. It's still kind of relevant now. It's a good listen. And, yeah, if you keep going further enough down, there's the rap diss for the fake champ, and then there's WWE Writer's Paradise. Here's the song. So you can either right-click on this orange and save as to your computer, or if you're on a mobile device, over here there'll be a little arrow that you don't see here, and you can click on that and download it to your phone and keep it. Or you can just play it, whatever. But you own it. If you even spend the $5 a month on Patreon, you own everything, so you can just download everything, do whatever you want, whatever the fuck. It's all there. If you... a lot of people are $1 patrons. A lot of people are $2 patrons. A lot of $5, $10, and so on. But I do want to shout out the people on Patreon that are going way above and beyond to be producers of the show, to have that associate producers credit, and they keep the show going. So I want to say thank you very much to Arknolia Strokelbean, Austin, Awonddy Big M, CJ Bradley, Frog Kid, Gary Metzler, Gerald Armstrong, JayyMenAce, Justin McNeil, who's at the $100 mark a month. Gary Metzler's at the $50. STARSCREAM, Mike Gwaz, Mikey Too Crikey, who's at the $35 mark. NickY J, good old NickY J, Ryan Pelletier, El Gallo de Oro, SithNegan, who's a beast at $100 a month. SoCom Kastle, $25. The Bear, $13.22 at $25, and Trey Hendrickson at $25 as well. Thank you guys all for going above and beyond. We could definitely use some more people in the producer level, and we'll credit you down below in the description with all the other beasts who are in that category. You guys keeping the show going certainly with that amount. I hope David Ortiz is okay, because God damn it, I love David Ortiz. I swear to God, I want to get a piece of these cocksuckers who shot him in the fucking back. Who the fuck shoots someone in the back, dude? Unbelievable. Fucking pissed off, man. I want to find these guys, man. I want to see the guys that did this goddamn crucified. I really want to see them crucified. I'm not even kidding, man. Find these dudes and, like, crucify them. I'm at that level of anger. Or let Ortiz beat them with a baseball bat that he used to hit home runs with. Nana Cruz, Alvarado. What up? What up, Alvarado? It's ridiculous. I don't think I'm gaming tonight. I don't know. Kind of fucking tired, man. I'm really tired. I think WWE made me really tired. I think I need a nap. So, unfortunately, tonight I'm going to call it a sleepy time. And hopefully tomorrow I will play some games after the SmackDown review. And maybe if I can't sleep or if I wake up from a nap in a couple hours, I'll be working on Patreon. And then maybe I'll go live on Twitch and somewhere else to do some gaming stuff, maybe. So we'll see if that happens. Pizza King of WWE, thanks for subbing to the channel. 240, what's up?
Hey, Joe. A couple of things. I have about 50 questions to ask you.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. The Bray Wyatt, do you think it seems like they obviously don't have anything for him yet? They keep doing these, vignettes. It's getting kind of old already.
I agree. I'm done with it. I know people are still kind of marking out, like, it's still working for a lot of people, but for me, I'm like, okay, I've seen it now. Okay, enough. They did shoot. The report was they shot like 10 or 12 of these things originally, so maybe we're still, maybe we're still going through the end of them here.
Do you think like they still think there's a storyline for him? Just trying to milk it a bit more? It's enough for me.
Yeah, I think that they saw him. They said do more, and yeah, at this point, I don't know if they really know when he's going to appear back in the ring. I'm sure they have some idea, or at least Bray had an idea, like, we'll do all these vignettes, I'll do all these things, and then I'll show up and do this. So I think they do have an idea, but I'm just done with, like, 5 to 8 of these would have been good for me. But I think we're getting up there around 10, and I believe that we heard the rumor from whatever the person is in WWE that we heard from, that they had filmed, like, 10 to 15 of these, and that was the original rumor. We said that on the first airing of the first one.
Oh, jeez. I hate when they show the crowd watching it up on the screen. It's fucking kind of cheesy.
You know what? At first it was like, I thought that was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but really it's weird. It takes you out of it. You're like, oh yeah, this is like all some show of something. Like, it's just weird. Yeah, I don't like the crowd shot.
Yeah, and how much fucking talk all night. The talking and the video packages are just boring the fuck out of me. I've changed the channel. I'm watching the basketball game. I'm watching anything else than video packages and talk.
Hey, Joe could have seen Raw live tonight.
Yeah, it was so much talk. Jay Niners fan just super chatted me. Hey, Joe, could have seen Raw tonight at SAP Center, but instead I watched the game. EC3 fan, I think is what he meant to say. Big fan since 2014. Hype for all. Out. Raw 1.5 out of 10. JV Niners fan. Thank you, man, for the super chat. Yeah, I'm more hyped for, All Out as well, unfortunately. I mean, dude, I'm a WWE guy. I want to be hyped for WWE, but this is awful.
And they're freaking, I see people in the ring fighting or whatever. Why do they always have to freaking play the person's music that's going to come down and interfere? Like, we don't know who it is that's coming down to the ring. If it's like Samoa Joe and like Miz, whatever, somebody else has to come down. They always got to play their fucking music every time they come down. It's supposed to be kind of like a surprise jump. Why the hell do they have to play their music when they come out?
I don't always agree with that. I think a lot of times they should play the music now, but I agree with you that sometimes they shouldn't play the music, and it should be like, what's going on? Who's coming? What is this? And then that's more exciting. But also, they should also try to not play the music a little more when it's a heel. And then maybe If it was like a big moment for a face to show up, they could play that. But yeah, I agree with you. They don't always have to play the music. I think they're trying to set the consistency, though, that it's like if someone walks out, they're going to play music no matter what. So if you want to attack somebody without having your music played, then you should probably attack from the crowd or from the side or something.
Yeah, when they come down the ramp, it's supposed to be like a surprise attack. Like, and the music hits, like, the people in the ring are not supposed to kind of like, oh, I didn't know they were coming down to attack me or whatever, interfere or whatever. But I don't know. I just don't like that they have to play their music when they come running down the ramp to interfere and whoever's already in the ring. It's just kind of. I'm sure the fans know who it is. Obviously, once they get in the ring, like.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't think they should always play it.
I think you and Jake talked about that like a while ago, a couple of weeks ago or something. I don't know, but
I'm trying to remember what they used to do back in the day, and a lot of times you're right. They didn't play the music all the time. They did for the faces, but not for the heels. So if like when DX were heels, if they were going to come out and attack somebody, or the New Age Outlaws were going to come out and attack somebody during the the Attitude Era, they would come out. They would run out there with chairs, and there wouldn't be any music played. But like if Stone Cold was going to come out and save somebody or go after somebody, like they would play his music. So,
so fans would go crazy for that. Yeah.
I get it. Theatrically, I get why they do it. But you're right. Sometimes it'd be nice if they didn't do it, or if they set the precedent that, listen, if you go through the ramp, they're going to play the music. They have to do it. They're told to do it. Then I would say, well, have them attack from the side or from the crowd or something like that. And then you would get that realism that you're looking for.
Yeah. All right. One other thing. That Super Show fucking sucked ass. It was, my God, what a piece of shit.
Top 10 worst show I've ever seen, I think.
Oh, my God. So, all right, Joe, have a good night.
All right, you too, man. Good stuff. Yeah, it was one of the worst. I thought it was one of the worst shows. Top 10 worst ever. To me. Just not good. Didn't like it. But again, hope you guys check out my Patreon and check that out. I'm happy we're back here on Joe Cronin Show. I was able to get in contact with a lot of people at Google. Or not a lot of people, but I tried to get in contact with a lot of people. I figured out a lot of stuff. Coincidentally, I would have been back anyway with uploading today, but I was able to get some other things taken care of as well. So, boom. Check out the Raw Tarded shirt on my Teesprings website if you guys want to get a t-shirt to support the show. Appreciate that. If you're somebody that doesn't donate, somebody that doesn't want to do Patreon. Now, if you go to Patreon, you're going to get 30 hours of bonus content a month on Patreon, okay? So you should go to Patreon. But if you're not going to do that, you're not into bonus content, you're not into all that other stuff, whatever. If you're into T-shirts, well, here's my T-shirt. And there's a bunch of other ones. This is a shitload more. I've got fucking 50 T-shirts, okay? Goddamn you, Ryback. I hate you, you bastard, in the chat. I reached out to Ryback, though. I try to always get him back on the show, give him some... Our show gets more views than Ryback. I try to get him on the show to plug his stuff. He I don't know. He thinks for some reason it's promoting me more than anything, and it's not really. But hey, it is what it is. Try to do it. Try to be cool. Try to be friends with people. Try to bury the hatchet. But I just can't do it, man. And yeah, that's about it. All right, guys. Listen, I'm done. I will see you on Patreon in the morning for my next show, for my next Morning Madness episode. Morning Madness was uploaded this morning. Hopefully you caught it. Hopefully you caught my other video. More videos to come tonight, tomorrow, and everything else. And fuck yeah, man. Hope David Ortiz gets better. Raw was a 1 out of 10 for me. If you want to email me, joecroninshow@yahoo.com. If you want to message me, do it on Patreon. And also Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at CorruptedPod on Twitter. Thank you all. I'll be gaming tomorrow night, but I may show up tonight. I may wake up at like 4 in the morning and start playing games. I don't know. So if that's the case, I'll see you then. Good night and good riddance.
Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
Oh, Jake DeMarco was sick, by the way. A lot of people still didn't know why I wasn't here. He is sick, real sick, and he'll be back hopefully tomorrow. But again, when you're coughing up blood, it's fucking pretty sick, man. But he should be okay. He's just, dealing with that when he gets the stuff he has to deal with. Good night. Just want people to know he's okay-ish.
Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day.
I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style.
Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I wanna kill myself!
If I think it sucks, I tell you.
The Joe Cronin Show.